Okay. This is part 6 of influence. And today I'm going to talk about the influence of family. Which is also which is one of the biggest influences in our lives. And the first influence in our lives. Let's see. Where to begin? This is a big subject. Let's see. Yeah, you see like I said, it's a big subject. Too many stuff. Well, I guess I'll just talk about two videos that I've seen on YouTube before. These two videos I've seen there. These videos have been on YouTube for a few years now. Let's see. One video involves a little 3-year-old talking about monsters. And in that video, she cussed. And the mother just laughingly says, that's not very nice. And in fact, I think that, and the problem with people today is when a little 3-year-old cusses, it's all cute and funny. And then they're expected to know better by, a certain age. When they get a little bit older, they're expected to know better than using that language. Even though they've never actually been taught. I mean, I've seen it happen. I've seen people cuss out their kids while they get on to their kids, and then they get on to their kid for repeating that same word. And then the other video I've seen, which is probably very popular, might even be more popular than that 3-year-old. And then that second video that I've seen, which I didn't like. In that video was Say Fire Truck. Well, these people, I don't know if they was related to this 2-year-old or not, but these people was trying to get a 2-year-old to say fire truck. And this 2 years old, probably recently turned 2, not old enough to understand what he's saying. And he's still stuck on the F sound of fire, and he's not quite learned the TR sound. So you can imagine what he comes out saying. They're basically teaching a 2-year-old to cuss. And he doesn't know anything about that. Well, he's not old enough to understand what he's saying. He just, all this kid knows is when he says that word, it makes people laugh. He gets attention. And this video, like I said, it's probably a few years old. Most of these kids are older now. And I've seen those videos before I even got this YouTube channel. As a Freedom to Christ. Oh, and I almost forgot. And like I said, your family, you grew up around is no excuse to live a sinful lifestyle. Because if you read 1 Corinthians 10:13, that you would know that God will offer some kind of way out of it. As you know, there's gonna be somebody in your life who's gonna tell you, he's gonna show you the right way. Somebody's gonna show you. You're gonna know. And yeah, well, and it does have an influence on our choices. But once again, we choose to give in to those choices. Those influence. Let's see. And even if people are being raised as and even people who are being raised as criminals or grew up in a terrible environment, the wrong environment, and where everybody's breaking the law or using illegal drugs or something like that, even those people, who are being taught immorality and corruption their entire life, that they're gonna have somebody in their life that God's gonna send them. There's somebody to them. He's gonna show them the right way. It's no excuse. But some people, will disagree with that, and some people say that that they would have turned out better if they hadn't been around that kind of environment. Some people would blame society, or the environment they grew up in, for being, corrupted and immoral. A second. I've seen, I've seen people who let their kids listen to music with cussing in it and watch movies with cussing in it. And as long as the kid don't repeat that language, it's okay. Or at least that's what the rule is. Because, and these are people that I, know. Let's see, and, distractions. Let's see now, where was I at? Oh yeah, and that's the thing, there's a big problem with that. Like I said in earlier videos, the movies you watch and the music you listen to will affect the way you act. Well, man, I said, those exact words. I mean, if you listen to music with cussing in it, you can end up cussing yourself. If you watch movies with cussing in it, you're gonna cuss yourself. You cannot have a rule, where you allow kids to watch movies and listen to music with cussing in it, and as long as they don't repeat that language, because they're going to. Especially if they're around that kind of environment all the time. And like I said, God will send somebody, their way to lead them to the light, where they will have a choice to reject it or accept it. Let's see. I know, I think I'm talking more about the negative influence on family right now. Which, nowadays it seems like, the worst influence on kids today are their own parents. Which that might not be true with every family. But, I have seen people, let their kids get away with stuff that they shouldn't get away with. I've seen people who barely punish their kids for breaking the law. And I've seen, in fact, I know somebody, won't mention their names, who stole something from a store, back in, 1998 when he was 12, 13 years old. And, when his mom found out about it, which technically, I'm the one that, but how she found out, is not important, but the important thing is, when his mom found out about it, all she did was making promises not to do it again. Let's see, and you might even notice something. Or at least I have noticed something. I have seen kids who grew up in bad environment, which has a corruption and evil in it, and people were doing immorality and drinking and smoking and probably even using illegal drugs. And then I have seen kids who grew up in a Christian environment, and I've noticed that kids who grew up in a Christian environment, act better, they behave better than kids who grew up in a non-Christian environment, and then in the other environment. Because I have seen, I have seen, preteens who were cussed before, who even bragged about it. In fact, I have seen kids even younger than preteens cussing before. And then I've seen kids who grew up in a church environment and still, being raised in a church environment, because they're still kids, and they behave better than non-Christian kids. And while I believe it is possible to raise your kid correctly without, exactly being a Christian, which is different than which is good, which is based on how the Bible says to raise your kid. I do, but I believe that a lot of parents, that they let I've seen people who buy M-rated games with a kid who's not even he's probably about a preteen age. And I guess I better stop there. The next video is going to talk about the influence of the internet.